What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the wonderful title below, we're going to talk about who should text who first, okay? Which one of you should text the other first and why? Okay, so I'm going to kind of go over two different things here. I'm going to talk about why one of you aren't texting the other and then what you should actually do, okay? So the reasons, obviously, someone doesn't initiate texting, besides the fact that maybe they're just not interested in you, we're going to take that aside. We're going to say he might be a little interested in you, okay? But the reasons people usually don't text first are for validation purposes. And this is both sexes, right? But for validation purposes, such as that you want him to text you first, so it helps validate your thoughts of, oh, see, he does like me because he is reaching out to me, and vice versa. He's probably thinking, I want her to reach out to me after this first date, just so that she's still interested in me, and because I courted her and things like that, right? Both sides are thinking that. So number one, I would say it's for the validation aspect of it. Number two, again, besides the fact that he's not interested in you, number two is he's playing hard to get or trying to gain ground. Number three, the person might be busy. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why someone's not texting you first. Okay, but here's the thing I want a lot of women to understand, and this is so important. It doesn't effing matter who texts who first. If that's what you're worried about, right? If that's what's in your head, like, oh my God, he's not texting me. Why isn't he texting me? If I text him, I always feel like I'm initiating and I'm so clingy and this and that. Hey, that's the worst thing. That's the last thing you should think about. Okay? That's a small piece of the pie. Your job, your only job as a woman, in my opinion, when it comes to attraction, is to make sure, guy too, both sexes should be doing this, okay? But one has to do it if the other doesn't, okay? And it's to get the date. Win him over in person. If you're playing these games of who texts who first, you're gonna lose, okay? Especially if you like him more. Think about it like this: if you're not texting him, and he's not texting you, and you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to text him until he texts me, you're at a stall. And when you're at a stall, attraction starts to drop. Attraction only is created through progression and escalation. And if he's not reaching out, okay, you can't get mad at the guy, okay? If he's not reaching out, now if he's playing mind games, that's one thing. But if he's just not that interested, or as interested as you thought he was, you can't blame the guy for that. He can't wake up and think, you know what, I'm gonna like Sally 45% today. Tomorrow I'm gonna like her 95%. Then the next day I'm gonna fall in love with her. Like that's not how attraction works, okay? He can't wake up and be like, God, I like her so much, I'm going to text her. Him liking you is based on you. It's your value, how you're coming off, your benefits you're offering, the red flags, the fun times you had together, the attraction, the sexual tension you created, so on and so forth. So if he's not texting you like you want, it's not something in the now, it's the things you have done previously up to that point where he's thinking, you know what, I don't like her as much as I thought I did. That's your fault, okay? So instead of playing this back and forth, I don't care how much you, well, I do care how much you text them, but if you're the one always initiating, that's fine. It's always I'm telling you, it's a double-edged sword, because I hate to say it like this, it's so wrong, but it's like chemo, right? It's like chemotherapy. Even though you're getting chemo to kill the cancer, you're still killing some good cells. Texting and over-texting is kind of the same thing. While it's not a good thing, if it can get you the date, then do it. You need the first date. If you went, not even the first date, you need the date. You need to see him in person. It doesn't even have to be a date. Just see him in person. You win guys over in person. I have never met a woman who won a guy over through texting. You win a guy over in person. So if you have to initiate more in the beginning to get that text, or the text more to the point where you are on a date or seeing him or coffee or a drink or whatever it is, then you know what? You might have to take that chance and do it. And then hopefully you win him over in person, where it kind of flips the switch and he's actually texting you more, okay? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to you winning him over in person. You have to, I honestly believe that both sexes have to make the sacrifices and take the risk to get to that point where you need to or where you can get the opportunity to win him over. And now I know a lot of women are thinking, if I have to text a guy that much who's not interested, he's not worth it. And you're 100% right. He's not worth it. I wouldn't text him, but I know you all don't like that effing answer, right? Oh, that guy's not even worth it. No guy's worth that much. Well, if you think that too, then you're kind of, I mean, that's a little egotistical, but thinking that everyone's supposed to just like you on the snap of your finger. No, sorry, hon. This in reality, you have to work. Just because you like someone and just because you want a relationship does not mean you deserve a relationship, right? You have to work at it. And sometimes you have to work at getting someone to like you. If they don't like you, again, it's not their fault. It's your fault, okay? So with that being said, you have to take the chances. You have to take the risk, even if that means you texting first to get the guy to like you, to get the guy to see you in person, and to move it forward. Now, I'm not saying always text. I'm not saying over text. You got to fill it out, okay? Speaking of texting, actually, I'm going to throw this in there, plug it in. I got a new texting service below. I got different tiers. I got different things. If you want, just click below. You can get unlimited texting time with yours truly to help you through all this. I'm doing it so far and I love it. You guys are fun to talk to. But with that being said, ladies, I love you. Do what you have to do. Follow your guts. If he doesn't like you, that's not his fault, okay? You can't help who he likes and dislikes. Sometimes you just have to take the chances to get the guy to like you, okay? With that being said, I love you. Take care and peace.